Mr. President mistakenly fell down on a democratic day. Instead of him to say, well, I made a mistake, I fell down, look at ironical word he was using. That he dobaled for democracy.
It's a joke.
What kind of an insult? What kind of an insult is that?
To Nigeria.
What kind of an insult is that? First and foremost, I want to say that we have not started doing election in Nigeria. We are doing selection. What is election? What is election? Election is allow the citizen to select who they want to govern them. But the case is the reverse here. We have three arms of government. We have three arms of government. We have the executive, we have the legislature, and we have the judiciary. I have observed that the executive have brought over the legislature, have brought over the judiciary. So whatever the executive brings on the table, the legislature will not do what they call check and balance. They only just sign. I want to tell you this. This government has come to kill, to destroy, and to finish Nigeria. I stand to be corrected on this platform. If a government can tell you that they cannot pay minimum wage more than 62,000 naira, that means there's something wrong. They are implementing confab. They are implementing confab that they were not part of it when Jonathan invited them. I'm going to say this emphatically. I'm going to say it. This government, it does not have anything to offer. Mr. President mistakenly fell down on a democratic day. Instead of him to say, well, I made a mistake, I fell down, look at ironical word he was using. That he dobaled for democracy.
It's a joke.
What kind of an insult? What kind of an insult is that?
To Nigeria.
What kind of an insult is that?
Taking Nigeria for granted.
Taking Nigeria for granted? Saying, sir, he's telling Nigeria that he says swagger. That he has swagger this early morning. My brother, politicians are taking Nigeria for a ride. And let me tell you the truth. If a president comes out and says, well, I mistakenly fell this morning, that, well, it can happen to anybody. It's understandable. But do you know the most funny thing about it? It is the Yorubas that criticize him more. That said he should die, he should fall down, he should do this. The other tribe was saying, it's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. But it is the Yorubas that criticize him more. That is a bad man. He's not a good man. I want to say this. What I expected President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do now is just that. It is not time to acquire assets. Buying private jet, buying new private jet is not the problem of Nigeria. The one they bought, Yash, this boat, what has it done? Okay. I've just been informed that this is president's son. That's the one that is using it. So that's why I told you that we have not started doing election. We are doing selection. So I want to say this. You can see early this month they named a street after the president's son, Tinubu in Sokoto. That's not what we call election. That is not what we call government. Look at Akpabio. They were already to sign the old national anthem to place, putting Nigeria in bondage. I want to say this. And this government came with deceit. This government came with propaganda. They will end up with what? Propaganda. They have nothing to offer. That's my humble take.
Do you think you know to support Tinubu 2027 if you choose to go for the if you choose to go for presidency again in 2027?
Let me tell you the truth. The North, for now, have no bearing, have no direction. We are going to know the direction the North are going to face when it's getting to a year to the election. The hunger in the Southwest, the hunger in the Southeast, the hunger in the South, is being attributed to the North. The tomatoes, the pepper, they are not bringing it here to Nigeria. They are not bringing it to the Southeast, Southwest. Sir, a basket of tomatoes in Jos is being sold for 4,000 naira. Why a basket of tomatoes in Lagos is sold for 150,000? I stand to be corrected. This is a shock on the Southwest and a lot of people. What we have made up our mind to do, most of us are saying that we are going to get sacked, we are going to put this thing inside, we are going to put fertilizer and start planting tomatoes, pepper. Within the space of 3 months, we are going to be harvesting it. And the government cannot do anything to ease the citizen challenge. Rather, they are going to say they want to buy the new private jets. Listen, why I know that these governments are deceitful. If a senator that is collecting 22 million, you understand? They are not crying that inflation is going high. And civil servant that they say increase their minimum wage to 200, and you are saying there's going to be inflation. Who is deceiving who? As a roundup, sir. Nigeria is not one. The rich are oppressing the poor. And as the poor wants to stand, the rich are matching them more. I want to say this. 2027 is around the corner. I will not be a stupid person. I will not be a useless person to vote for based on party, based on competence. I'm going to vote based on competence, the person that can move Nigeria forward. The thing is affecting everybody. It's affecting the Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa is affecting. The most people that are eaten more is the Yoruba. And I want to say this. We will move forward and we'll get it right when we start doing election, not selection. Thank you, sir.
We saw what happened last election. The North, at least Tinubu had some votes in the northern part of Nigeria. But with the suffering now going on in every part of the country, even in the north, things are not all right. Look at security issues. Do you think that the Northerners, do you think that they will vote for Tinubu come 2027? And do you think he will have that support, just like Buhari supported him, APC, and do you think they have this support this time around?
Thank you very much. Even the past election that just finished, it's not all the Northerners that vote Tinubu. There are some certain numbers of the Northerners that vote for Konkoso, while others vote for Atiku Abubakar. So there are some numbers that vote for Tinubu, not all of them. Even in the north, there are people that voted for Obi. Because I can testify to that, in Plateau State, we voted Obi, Nasarawa, Obi, Kaduna, Obi, with even some of the far north, there are people that understood that they needed somebody who is going to elevate the poverty that has been killing the people for so long, from the bad leadership that had been ruling this country. So you can see that Tinubu himself know that it's not all the north that voted him.
There's not all the Northerners that voted for him. As regards security in the north, do you think Tinubu do you think that this government can at least reduce the banditry in the northern part of Nigeria? We see like in Zamfara now. I think the issue of insecurity is getting worse. Do you think that they can? And yesterday, I think the governor of Zamfara came and said that they are trying to curb the insecurity in Zamfara, but there are people going at the back to negotiate with bandits. Do you think that these bandits, do you think they can be forced away from the north?
Thank you very much. I don't think this government are ready to stop insecurity, because any leadership that will come up with the ideology of how he's going to make himself to be rich, then you don't expect him to come and stop insecurity, other than chasing his own personal interests. This government, I look at them as a failure. Right, even before they enter into office, I told my friends, how do you expect a governor, a former governor who has ruled in Lagos State, and if you should call 10 and if you should bring out the 10 most corrupt governors, I think Tinubu is the second governor. 10 most corrupted people in this country. I think Abacha should be first, Tinubu is the second. And you expect second most corrupt governor who now is the president of Nigeria, to give you a better life? I don't think Tinubu has anything good to offer this country. Tinubu is a failure, and he will continue to be a failure right from the beginning. When they announced him as a president, he has declared failure. That is what he has revealed to the people of this country. And I continue to tell the Yoruba, sorry for them. Those that are supporting Tinubu, sorry for them. And those that are, and some of the people in the north that are supporting him, sorry for them. Because we all know how Tinubu got himself into this power. He used the money. And where did he get the money? The money of Lagos State government. You can see it. So you don't expect anything good from this government. And this country, as we all know, this country is not one. And this man is only here to continue to make things to worsen life, worsen everything. But I am telling you, what is going to happen to these leaders, evil leaders? I continue to believe, and I continue to know that the Bible tells me that there is time for everything, which means there is time for bad leadership, and there will certainly be a time for good leaders. If Nigeria will be one, it is time that they should allow free and fair election, which we know Obi won that election massively. I'm not here to just say Obi won the election, but because the former president, he suffered people. We have seen how he promised people that is going to be that his second administration will be so tough, and actually that happened. It has become so tough. Things that we used to buy 100 naira, you are buying it 200 naira, 250, and now Tinubu has worsened the situation. So I don't think there is hope for this country the way things is going now. There is no hope. Hope has already died.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.